Coming up next on Rugby Wrap Up, the Rugby Wrap Up College Rugby Recap. Rugby Wrap Up brought to you in part by Irish Rugby Tours, the Rugby Tours people, a balanced palate, nutrition for peak performance, and the Pig and Whistle on West 36th Street, the world's best rugby pub. Hey everybody, welcome back to Rugby Wrap Up. Matt McCarthy at the Fantasy Sports Network, Studio 34 in New York City, and we have our Rugby Wrap Up College Rugby Recap. That's right. Figure out the acronym, kids. Anyway, all rugby started with a bang this week, ladies and gentlemen, as multiple ranked matchups proved that we are set for another exciting season of college rugby. Starting in the East, number 5 Navy had a comeback win over number 18 St. Bonaventure, my boys from Western New York, just south of Buffalo, 34-24. Scrum half Kevin Straley led the way with 2 tries and was supported by a stellar Navy defense who held St. Bonaventure to just 1 try in the second half. A little bit further down in the rankings, number 12 Kutztown faced off against Mary Washington. Mary Washington's playing their first season in D1A, and they got off to a hot start, but Kutztown would take control of the game behind lock Matt Gelhaus and prop Kayon McLeod-Holman. Kutztown finished by putting up 21 unanswered points in a 38-6 win. Moving to the Big Ten, Ohio State faced off against independent Notre Dame in a matchup of 2 teams just outside the D1A top 20. It was a defensive game with the score at the 70th minute, 10-7 in favor of the Buckeyes, and they would protect their lead with a late try by flanker Michael Kwarting to seal the 15-7 victory for Ohio State and add fire to their case to break the top 20. Finishing in the Rocky Mountain Conference, Colorado State started league play with an impressive and dominant 27-12 win over Air Force, in which they put up 22 unanswered points in the first half. Air Force will look to rebound against New Mexico this weekend. Looking ahead to the D1A season, the Big Ten opens up conference play with Illinois hosting Michigan State and Purdue traveling up to Minnesota to take on the Golden Gophers. As for our Rugby Wrap-Up College Game of the Week, number 10 Kutztown faces off against number 7 Army. That should be a dandy. And there you have it. I'm Matt McCarthy with this week's Rugby Wrap-Up College Rugby Recap, brought to you by Gatorade.